Hi all, how are you? Uh, Good morning and good afternoon. I'm not sure which time zone you are in at the moment. Now we are moving to the next chapter, the third chapter. The name is Enterprise, Business Growth and Size. We're talking about entrepreneurship, we're talking about business, we're talking about ownerships of business. Uh, we'll talk about how businesses are run, the size of a business, mergers, takeovers. There are a few terms you might know, you might not know. I'll be happy to help you with that. But before that, first of all, I have a question for you. Remember when you have a first class in school, or you normally ask, what do you want to be? Everyone raise their hand and introduce themselves, and then you say your name and you say what you have done, what you want to be. So here's a question. What do you want to be? I see most of the students say we want to work with one of the best companies like Google, Apple, Boeing, Emirates, British Airways. You want to work with all these companies. And it's called, of course, job. So, what you want to be when you graduate, you want to do a job, a highly paid job, right? Nobody wants a low paid job. And then there's a second option. People say, I'll start my own business. Own business. And that is because you want to be an entrepreneur. So, who's an entrepreneur? An entrepreneur is a person who takes risks, first of all, because you're starting your own business, you're taking risk. At job, you're getting fixed salary, so no risk. You know, whatever you do, you're getting monthly fixed salary. You don't have to worry about anything. But over here, it's a risk because you're investing money, correct? And second point is you organize. So over here, you have to organize everything. You have to organize. Remember, we discussed you have to organize three things from the factors of production: land, labor, and capital. In job, you don't have to worry about organizing because you would have your own job. If you're a marketing manager, you will only be concentrating on marketing. If you are an HR manager, only be concentrating on HR. Finance would only, you don't have to organize people, you don't have to organize land, labor, and capital. That would be someone else's job. Marketing take care of marketing, HR is HR, finance is finance. Right. So now you have to organize. And another thing you need to do is that is operate. Not just organize, now you need to operate, make things work. If you're making a, let's say, a restaurant, you need to operate it. It should work. You should start make cooking food. You should start. You should need to hire a chef in labor. You need to hire a restaurant. You need to have money so you can operate. And of course, like I've said, take risks. So these are the three things you need to do as an entrepreneur. But as we are comparing entrepreneur with job, there are a few things we also need to discuss. This guy is not worried about the operations. He, if he's working, let's say in a company, if he's not worried about making the product, selling them, taking care of the raw materials, everything. But this guy has to take care of everything. He has to take care of the complete operations, buying the raw material, making product, selling and delivery. And not just that, he has to take care of marketing. He has to take care of finance unless he hires managers. He hires marketing manager, a finance manager under him. He needs to take care of the HR. He needs to take care of other various things. Now, let's talk about advantages and disadvantages of becoming an entrepreneur. Let's first talk about advantages, or maybe benefit. First one, independence. Independence. And we're talking about again advantages and disadvantages of entrepreneur. Independence. This means you don't have to worry about coming on time, reporting to someone, doing stuff. You don't have a manager. You don't have to report to anyone. No reporting. But in a job, you will have a manager. You will have a manager, a person you will have to report to. Correct? You want to spend your money, you have an idea in job, you need someone's approval to do that idea. Over here, you don't have to worry about that. You're independent. You don't need anyone's approval. Second advantage, like I've said, idea. If you have an idea, you do it. Correct? You think you have an idea, you just simply go and do it. Over here, again, you again need approval from someone. The next point can be, if business becomes famous, you're the owner, then you are hit. Like Mark Zuckerberg from Facebook. He's famous, right? Second name, yes, you know who I'm talking about. Steve from Apple. Sir Richard Branson from Virgin. And you would have famous entrepreneurs in your country. So if you get famous and your business is a hit, you get famous. But in job, if your business gets famous, you don't get famous. Only business gets famous. If you were working in Facebook, only Facebook gets famous, not you. Now, another point can be, profitable. So you get all the profit. Over here, you only get salary in job. You only get salary. Let's talk about another one. You have your own personal interest in job. You would do what your job is, but over here you can make business of what you like. Make a business on what you like. You're a singer. You can open up your recording studio. Just an example. You can follow your passion. Now, let's talk about the disadvantages. What are the disadvantages of an entrepreneur again? First disadvantage could be, please help me out here. What do you guys think? What would be the disadvantage? We've discussed this already. I believe it's risk. You're spending all your money. Correct? You're not getting income. No income as of yet. A second one could be you don't have enough knowledge. I mean, remember, Over here, you have to do marketing, HR, finance, other things, buying, production, selling, taking care of land, labor. Do you think you have knowledge for all? No. But in a job, businesses have everything they're taking care of. They have all the different departments, people are working for different departments, and it's easy in a job. But over here, it's a bit tricky, a bit difficult. So I would say limited knowledge. Do you think of any other disadvantage? Personal investments, I believe. You will have to do personal investments. You will have to take bank loans. You have to spend so much money from personal funds and everything. So, yes, here we are talking about entrepreneurship, advantages and disadvantages. You would see here you have few advantages and few, these are the disadvantages. So very quickly before I close this up, I'll quickly discuss the definition for an entrepreneur. We have done that already very quickly. A person who organizes all the resources, he operates the business from A to Z, he takes all the risk, he gets all the profit. So next time someone asks you who do you want to be, think, are you an entrepreneur type, or you are a person who wants to get a good job and highly paid job? Thank you very much. If you have any questions, please do write to me.